Good morning, my dear students. Today I will explain about the reinforced cement concrete, that is RCC. Okay, so RCC is the mixture of cement, sand, aggregate, and steel. Cement, sand, aggregate, and steel. That is called as RCC. The RCC is used for the construction of structural members such as beam, column, and slab, and also foundation. Okay, while the plain cement concrete is the mixture of cement, sand, and aggregate. The plain cement concrete means what? Cement, sand, aggregate. And RCC means what? It is a mixture of cement, sand, aggregate, and steel. You have to insert the steel into the plain cement concrete. That is called as RCC. The plain cement concrete is weak in tension and strong in compression. Okay, strong in compression and weak in tension. Therefore, we need to insert the steel into the concrete. To resist the tensile strength, because of the steel is strong in tension. Therefore, we need to insert the steel into the concrete. Okay, and the RCC bars or bars is of diameter 6 mm to 32 mm is used. Okay, the RCC steel bars of 6 mm to 32 mm bars are used for the construction purpose. Next one, the properties of RCC. The property of RCC is, for the first one is the RCC steel reinforcement or RCC bars should be available cheaply. Okay, should be available cheap and economical. Next one, it should be durable. Okay, and its maintenance cost should be low. Next one, it is fire resistance. And it is also used for the construction of water tank. Or overhead water tank. Okay, and RCC can be casted in different type of or desired shape. Okay, next one, uses of RCC. Okay, the uses of RCC, we know the RCC is used for the construction of structural members. The structural members means what? The structural members means beam, column, slab, foundation. Okay, these are the structural members. For this, you have to use the RCC for the construction. Okay, next one, it is used for the construction of water tank or overhead water tank for the storage of water. We need to use the RCC for the construction of water tank or overhead water tank and towers. Okay, next one, it is also used for the making the foundation, or it is also used for the construction of foundation such as raft foundation and pile foundation. These are the types of foundation. Okay, the pile foundation means it is one of the column type foundation which is used in the hard strata. Next one, it is also used for the construction of RCC slab in the building. Or it is also used for the construction of roofing. Okay, so next one is advantages of the RCC. Advantages of RCC is same as the properties. Okay, so next chapter is paints, varnish, and distemper. The third chapter is paint, varnish, and distemper. The first one is paint. The paint is one of the liquid substance. Which is used for the coloring the wall surface of building. Okay, residential building, public building, or various type of the building. We need to use the paint on the surface. Okay, the next one is objects of painting. The first one is it protect the surface protect the wall surface from the attack of rain, wind and sunlight. It protect the wall surface, okay, from the rain, wind and sunlight. If you apply the paint on the wall surface, it will protect the surface from the rain, wind and sunlight. It will be, if you apply the paint on the wooden surface such as window, door, okay, it will prevent the decay of the wood. Okay, it will also provide the smooth and decorative surface to the wall surface when you apply the paint on the wall surface of the building. Okay, and it will also provide the smooth and decorative and durable surface to the wall, okay, wall of the building. Okay, next one, characteristics of the good paints. The characteristics of the good paint is, the first one is, the paint should be cheap and economical. Means the paint should be easily available in the market, and the initial cost of the paint should be less. Okay, it should be easily available in the market. Next one, it should be easily applied on the wall surface, okay, with the minimum amount of time. It should be easily applied. Okay, next one, the paint should be maintained for the long time. The paint should be maintained for the long time, or the paint should have long life, or it should be maintained. The maintenance cost of the paint should be less. The maintenance cost of the paint should be less. Next one, the paint should provide the hard and durable surface. Paint should provide hard and durable surface. Okay, if you apply the paint on the wall surface, it should not be affected by the weathering actions such as rain, sunlight and wind. It should protect the surface from the wind, rain and sunlight. Okay, next one, the surface coated with the paint. Okay, the next one, the surface coated with the paint should not show the cracks during the drying of the paint. It should not show the cracks during the drying of the paint. And the last one is, the maximum amount of area should be covered by the minimum amount of the paint, or minimum quantity of the paint. Next one, ingredients of the paint. The ingredients of the paints means what? The raw material which is added during the manufacturing process of the paint, that is called as ingredients of the paint, which are base, vehicle or carrier. Next one, dryer. Fourth one, coloring pigment, and fifth one, solvent. Okay, so the first one is base. The base is one of the solid substance which is available in maximum quantity. Therefore, it gives the maximum volume or bulk to the paint. And it prevents the shrinkage and cracks which is developed during the drying of paint. Next one, and the best example of the base is white lead and red lead. The best example of the base is white lead and red lead is used for the ingredient of good paint. Next one, vehicle or carrier. Carrier means what? The vehicle or carriers is one of the liquid substance to carry the all other ingredients such as base, dryer, coloring pigment and solvent. It holds this ingredient and helps to carry all the ingredients. Okay, so next, and the best example of this is linseed oil and tung oil. Okay, and it makes the surface in thin layer so that we can easy to apply the paint on the surface. Okay, it make the paints in the form of thin layer. It make the paint in the form of thin layer so that we can apply the paint in, so that we can apply easily on the surface. Okay, so next one is dryer. So dryer means what? It is used for the process of drying of paint. It is used for the process of drying of paint without developing cracks, without the developing cracks. And the example is litharge and cobalt. The example is litharge and cobalt. Next one, coloring pigment. Coloring pigments means what? It provides the proper or desired color to the paint. It provides the proper or desired color to the paint. For example, zinc and chromite. For example, zinc and chromite. Next one, solvent. The function of solvent is to make the paint thin. Make the paint in thin layer so that we can easy to apply the paint on the wall surface. Example is turpentine and petroleum spirit. Example is turpentine and petroleum spirit. Okay, thank you.